Jerry. Hopefully he's gonna come out and see me.
There he is. There's Jerry Angelo.
Hey, this is Mavi. If you can turn the camera around real quick on yourself. Well, not on me. You must have had an incredible trip so far.
I made it.
This is we are back in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Is your first time?
Santa Fe, New Mexico for the third time in my life.
Third time?
Yeah.
This would be Cooper.
Hi, Cooper.
Cooper DeVille, and this is Marley.
Hi, Marley.
And you
drive today.
Look at the sun behind you. There's the sun is going to be setting here in about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And anyway, let's go. Let me give you a hug. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you too.
I'll come in and I'll introduce you to.
Got to Jerry's front door. He calls me Mavi. That's a nickname he's had for me, for many years now, and I don't mind it at all. But don't everybody use it. But it's a derivation of my last name, Maverick. And I heard some different takes on that when I was in college too. People would say, "Hey, Maverick," and I'd never heard Mavi before, but that was his term of endearment for me. But just remember, that one is coined by Jerry G. Angelo, and that's his. Thanks a lot.
There's Tantri. This is my girlfriend, Tantri. This is Robert.
Pleasure to meet you in person.
You'll know each other from, well, as you know, he did the mustache, and he's done an incredible. Well, he has
just a mustache.
For now.
See, he's the consummate filmmaker. I was going to surprise him with my camera. He surprised me. He took it from me. I've been filming myself all the way since California, and I'll be filming it all the way into Michigan and back again. So, yeah.
And
long drive.
We'll go. Where's Heidi and Mark? They're back in the room. So Heidi and Mark. This is Mark lives back here in his little editing vehicle. Heidi's on the phone, so we'll wait. And I don't know if Mark might be in the shower.
Oh, so well, we don't want to go in
It's dark. Oh, well, that doesn't help either. Oh, we can see one in there. There's one chicken in that chicken coop. It's trying to hide, but I can see it.
It looks like a rooster, isn't it?
Is it a rooster?
It's not supposed to be.
Well, hopefully not, huh? Because you don't want to get in trouble. It's a nice neighborhood. Coming in, it was really nice.
They eat pasta.
They eat pasta? Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to get rid of them.
Heidi's little garden that she makes.
Yeah, look at that. She's got all sorts of stuff in here.
They are.
And the tomato plant.
Tomatoes are incredible here. Quite incredible. Just notice that tree there.
It's huge. It's a large yard. That would be a lot to landscape.
What are their names?
This one's Rocky and that's Jewel.
Rocky and Jewel. Rocky and Jewel.
And we're back around the front now.
If I have to stop somewhere like in Oklahoma or someplace like that, before I get there, I'll do that. Jerry's filming me. This is going to be my reality DVD, which I'm going to put on YouTube. My first reality travel show. Robert Maverick's The MaverickExperience.com travel show, coming to you live across the country.
Coming from you, nothing. Ha 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 ha.
Jerry Angelo, co-director and cameraman.
Cute.
Okay. Yeah.
What's up?
Okay.
There's Mavi.
Yeah. Okay.
We are going to Jinja. This is where we will be eating dinner. We will enter.
This restaurant we're in?
Jinja.
Jinja bar.
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Money eyes.
She's hiding behind the menu. Oh, it's beautiful.
Likes being behind the camera.
It's great ambiance in here. got a beautiful moonlit sky tonight here in Santa Fe. I don't know if you can really see it that well because this lens isn't that great, but that's the moon. Moon over Santa Fe, I guess. There we go. And they're walking ahead of me. Oh, it's so sweet. Look at the little lovers.
Good morning. It's the 6th of August and I'm still in Santa Fe. I just woke up. It's about 7 in the morning and I went to bed probably about 3 o'clock. Yesterday was a long day. I'm sorry I couldn't take you with me, but we got up and Jerry and I went down to the sports center they have here, which is the, I don't know, I think it's Geneva Chavez sports facility. It was phenomenal. Olympic-sized swimming pool, a lot of amenities just outside of Santa Fe, New Mexico here, and basically close to the city limits. And then we went down to see his mother in Albuquerque and stayed there for a little while, and we hung out there for a little while. It was very hot down there, probably about 100 degrees. Not as bad as Phoenix, Mesa, Arizona area, where it was between 112 and 114 degrees. But anyway, we went to the opening ceremonies of the inaugural year for, it's 2009, for the Albuquerque Film Festival. And that's a little bit rough, but it is the first year they're doing it. And what's interesting is, though, the opening event was at the Hispanic Cultural Center in Albuquerque, and Jerry and his team won for certificate awards for their movie Honey and Babe in Christmas Land, I think it is, something like that. It was a film short, and there were a lot of film shorts we saw, 14 film shorts, many of them horrendous, but it was phenomenal to watch them get up on stage and all get their certificates. So I'm very happy for them, and it's another feather in their cap. I think they're doing great. Today I am on the road again, even though I'm tired. I'm not going to make it to Tennessee because it's just too many hours, but I'm going to make it to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and I'm going to bed down there for the night in a hotel, a Days Inn hotel, and then hopefully I'll be able to make it to Michigan on the 7th of August, and that'll be my largest stop. From there, well, I better get ready, better get dressed and on the road by 8 a.m. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it there by 8 p.m. tonight. So it's going to be a long day of driving. And I'll show you whatever sights I can. We're going to be going down the 40 freeway. So no more off the beaten path for the moment on any other smaller highways, because I do need to make it to Michigan by the 8th. I'll see you later.
So it would seem that I picked up a word, phenomenal, during the course of my travels, and I could not stop saying it. I said it from the beginning all the way through the entire first season of the Maverick Experience TV. Now you have to watch all episodes, and we'll let you know on the last episode where you can email me the count, and the first one to get the count correct will get a $50 gift certificate from me, which you can of course turn around and spend on themaverickexperience.com. But remember, you have to watch all of the episodes of the first season, which is the 2009 season of the Maverick Experience. Keep watching. Well, I'm back on the road again, heading towards Fort Smith. I'm wide awake now. Had my shower and gave Jerry a hug goodbye and said goodbye to Mark, one of his roommates. I was really kind of sad to go. It was a short trip for me with them. But hopefully I'll see them on the flip side as I return back to California. That's what we're kind of planning. And I told him I have to look at my schedule because it's going to be quite a crazy trip, and I'm doing really well, it seems, so far. Hopefully I will get a lot more mileage out of the maverickexperience.com than I ever thought by doing this trip. Alright, well, we're headed down south towards Albuquerque, and then we're going to head east on the 40 from there.
Lord, help me get away, 'cause only you can save me now from this misery. I've been lost in my own place, and I'm getting, I've been locked up way too long in this crazy world. How far is heaven down? Neighbors home from work, they wouldn't never miss a Christmas. No more ribbons on their door. When you trust your television, what you get is what you got. 'Cause when they own the information, oh, they can bend it all they want.
Okay, here we are in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Here's the placard. Elevation 4620 feet. Population just a little over 2,000, almost 2,500. And you can see here the Spanish explorer Antonio de Espejo. Well, okay, I'm not good with Spanish. He passed through this area in 1583. And you can see the rest of it there for yourself. We're going to go down through town. We're going to get some gas, and this is part of historic Route 66, so kind of interesting. And then we're going to get back on the highway, and I'll show you another sign just up ahead of us. And this is going to take us right down into town. Rock Lake sign is right there, so I guess Rock Lake is a nice place to go fishing. And they have campgrounds there. And you can see the sign across the street. It says right there, Route 66. There you go. And of course, right across the street from that sign is where I'm going to get gas at Route 66 gas station. Yahoo! In Santa Rosa, there's a historic Route 66 restaurant over here, and we're going to be heading back over. It's not much of a downtown so far, but we're going to be heading back over to the highway, the freeway, now that I've gotten the gas, and we're going to get back on the freeway from here. Again, I mean, these are small towns, probably not a lot on the main boulevard. They're more rural than anything else, but definitely interesting, you know, and worth seeing, especially some of these old signs from the motels and lodges at one point. Things that have closed down that are no longer there, and just gives you a point of reference to the history of the area. We're going to get back on the freeway here to Tucumcari.
the great state of Texas. We're in the Panhandle, but you know we're gonna do the whole.
In the distance there are windmills, and I've zoomed in a little bit so it's a little shaky, but we're in Texas about 25 miles outside of Amarillo, and it looks like windmills are catching on in other places because they are definitely an economic powerhouse when it comes to generating eco-friendly energy. There you go. Windmills just outside of Amarillo, Texas.
While driving through that great state of Texas, you'll notice I got my star on. There were a lot of cows, and if we're going to continue to raise cows or cattle for beef production, I have a suggestion. We know that cows give off a lot of methane gas, and there's this speculation that possibly methane gas is contributing to the global warming. There is an awful lot of cows out there. So I say this. Why don't we try and tap into that methane gas? I don't know, hook something up to the tail end of the cow, get some of that methane gas, or scoop it up and put it in a pool and bubble it up and cover it up and take that gas and put it through a pipeline. Now that's one way to use methane gas. That's my suggestion for the great state of Texas.
Wow, okay, just out of Amarillo also is the leaning water tower of something, I don't know. It obviously is not standing upright. There's an old restaurant sign there too, which is now gone. Does it say Britain, USA? That's what it says. Yeah, Britain, USA. Interesting. Nice water tower there. As you can see, still in Texas. Very flat through here. Very windy too. We're heading to Oklahoma next. We're going through Oklahoma City, or as they like to call it, Oak City. Personally, myself, I'm going to turn the camera around. Personally, myself, I'm still looking for the world's largest frying pan, and I haven't found it yet, but I know it's out there, and I'm going to find that world's largest frying pan. It's got to be somewhere along these routes. Alright, I'll talk to you later when we maybe get closer to Oklahoma City or see something interesting. Blowing across the plains. Alright, okay, so that's a bit corny. I just about missed the Oklahoma sign. But here we are. Here comes the sign. Oklahoma City, 151 miles. We still got a ways to go, that's for sure, before I rest tonight. If you have never been to Oklahoma before, look at that red dirt. That is red soil, and that's what they're planting the planting in, I should say. That's what they're using, and of course, what else could they use? Because that's what there is for as far as the eye can see when the grass isn't there. There's red soil. It's amazingly red. And Oklahoma now has windmills as well. And there's more of me out there in that field. So everybody is starting to realize the potential of that kind of energy, which is good. Definitely a good idea. They're huge, that's for sure. Speaking of wind, the car is getting tossed around a great deal here. We're just past Clinton, Oklahoma, and I can see why they put the windmills up over here, because it is absolutely gusting through this pass, which is perfect and gives them a lot of energy, whatever they're going to use it for. Alrighty. On our way to Oklahoma City still. Okay, ahead of us is Oklahoma City, right there, and we're going to be passing through. We don't have time to really stop and check out the sights downtown or anything, because I'm on to Fort Smith, since I have a deadline to be in Michigan by the 8th, and it's now the evening of the 6th. So I got a long journey ahead of me yet from Fort Smith, Arkansas tomorrow morning. There it is, Oklahoma City. A little closer view of the skyline here as we come up over this mound. I'll do the best I can. There we go. Well, now it's definitely gotten green now that we are getting on the other side of Oklahoma City, and the tall trees, lush, really beautiful. And the humidity, of course, went up considerably, even though the temperature dropped to 85. It's quite warm and sticky. Alright, on to Fort Smith. Trying to get a shot of the moon. It looks really gorgeous in the clouds, but I'm bouncing around in the car. But there you go, there's the moon in the clouds tonight in Okie country. I'm trying to balance myself. I stopped on the side to take a picture of the moon. It's beautiful tonight. There it is, and we're just nearing the Oklahoma and Arkansas border, and that's the moon tonight in the sky. It's beautiful, and there's crickets out. It's gorgeous. There we go. There's a shot of the moon. This is what I've had to deal with all day long on the 40. I know they're trying to improve the road and make it safer for everybody, but every major city I've gotten close to in Oklahoma, I've had to deal with all of these road detours and pylons, and it's even worse at night because they reflect back at you, and it's very narrow with, of course, the concrete barrier to my left. So it's rather disconcerting, to say the least, and it slows traffic down to a practical stop. Anyway, so I'm behind by about 2 hours from where I want to be. And that's not great, but at least the hotel is already booked in Fort Smith. So I'll get there, and then I'll have a shorter rest period, but at least I'll have made my destination for the day. Alright. Well, I'm in Arkansas, and 6 miles off of the 40, which isn't what I wanted. But here I am in Fort Smith, so I guess it's all good. And I'm downtown Fort Smith, so it's kind of cool, I guess, but I got to figure out where I'm going next. And find my hotel. It's got to be around here somewhere. This is a cute town, but I didn't want to come all the way down here just to get a hotel. There's shit going on, that's for sure. Okay, 0.4 miles to my hotel. Well, it's definitely a happening little area back there with a bunch of motorcycles, and I can see a church ahead of me. And I guess it's kind of a scenic little town. Definitely interesting, but I'll see more in the morning. I'll take a bicycle ride. I'll check in with you in a few minutes when I end up at the hotel.
Arrive at address 1021 on left.
There it is, coming up. Definitely off the beaten path, but hopefully it'll be a decent little place to stay. Although it's down. Well, I came down the 40 last night and landed in Fort Smith, and have overslept because I'm so tired. And Fort Smith is much more than I ever thought, and it looks like quite an amazing historic place. And I'm not sure I'm going to get to see anything. There's a place called Miss Laura's, which is the only brothel, they say, that is listed on the National Registry. Used to be called the River House. Place of hospitality. So I was going to take Fort Smith back over to Memphis, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that yet. I may end up actually taking Fort Smith up to Fayetteville, and then in that way through Springfield and up through St. Louis, and then from St. Louis onto the other side of the map, and then up towards the southwest side of Michigan. I'm really exhausted. There's a picture in a brochure of what Miss Laura's looks like. It's restored to its Victorian splendor near the riverfront in Arkansas, on the Arkansas River. And there's a lot of history here which may need to be revisited if I come back through this direction, so that maybe I can take a day to actually enjoy all of the wonderful beauty that is Fort Smith. This trip is being brought to you by themaverickexperience.com, a partner with YTB Travel Network. All the places that I have been, you can find and book on themaverickexperience.com. So what you see here is what I'm going to have for breakfast. I'm going to take some frozen fruit out of the little refrigerator in my hotel room at Days Inn, and then I'm going to take some raw almonds, and I'm also going to take some raw cashews and some agave nectar, some water, some coconut, some hemp seed hulled, and there's the frozen fruit right there, banana and peach, that I was carrying with me. And I'm going to throw a little soy protein in, even though I don't use that much soy protein. And I'm going to make myself a smoothie for breakfast, and then I'm going to pop it all back in my Earth Sound bag, and then I'm going to put some of it in my cup here for the road, and then we're going to head out to see just a little bit of Fort Smith during the day. And that's going to be my breakfast, and I'll have some crackers and some dried fruit on the road. Well, one more thing, I actually brought along my Vitamixer, because I decided if I'm driving I'm going to bring that, and I threw some crushed ice in there too from the vending machine. And here I am. I'm feeling a lot better, so you can see me, and I'm about ready to go. Took a shower, cleaned up, and well, it was a long night yesterday, a long day, and it's going to be a shorter one today, and I'm just going to park myself wherever I can, and I'll find a hotel or a motel, and I'll sleep someplace north of St. Louis. I don't know where yet. Is all of my fixings for my smoothie bread. Okay, I'm back in the car and I'm getting ready to pull out of Days Inn.